Real-life zombie sightings are becoming the internet's newest obsession. In just a few months, cameras around the world have captured bodies suddenly getting up in the middle of the road, figures standing in house doorways at 2 a.m., and even a body bag sitting up on its own inside an abandoned hospital. These moments make people question what is still human and what has become something else. Now we'll see the clearest and most frightening moments of possible zombies ever caught on camera. Keep your courage until the end. The first recording happened on a busy highway in Brazil, and to this day is still a subject of debate. In the back of an obvious rescue truck, a woman was lying completely motionless, her skin pale like a cold corpse, her eyes rolled back, and her face empty of any human expression. The emergency responders stood around her, watching closely and keeping their distance, while her body twisted as if it were trying to break free from itself. Obvious really exists. It is a professional roadside rescue company trained in first aid and emergency response. In other words, the people in the video are not actors. Imagine how they must have felt seeing a woman with a human body, but moving in a way that no longer seemed human. The next moment proves that curiosity isn't always a good idea. An American family was driving when they saw someone lying completely still in the middle of the road. Thinking it was an accident, they stopped to help. But as soon as they got closer, the figure jumped up from the ground, as if someone had pulled an invisible string, and ran straight toward them. The whole family screamed and ran back to the car while filming. The moment the figure lunges at the car door is enough to take anyone's breath away. They managed to escape, but a big question remained. If she was lying in the road, what was she doing there before? Another recording was reportedly filmed inside an abandoned hospital in Nevada, a place where everything should be in absolute silence. But when a group of urban explorers entered the morgue, they heard a faint beep coming from an old monitor, equipment that should have stopped working along with the building. When they shined their lights on a row of body bags, one of them moved and sat up, freezing everyone in place. Whatever was inside moved like someone waking up from their own death. The internet went into panic when the video spread. Comments appeared non-stop. Many people linked the video to recent strange cases. Bodies moving inside morgues, corpses sitting up on their own in cold chambers, hospital cameras showing dead patients changing position. The video ends without an explanation, leaving a question no one wants to think about. Did we witness someone coming back to life? That same night, in an isolated forest in Russia, a security camera recorded something that made TikTok explode with more than 2.1 million views. A human figure, thin as a skeleton, crawled out of the bushes in a slow, disturbing movement. Its body was bent at a strange angle, its head hanging to the side as if it were broken, dragging itself exactly like a waking corpse. The location made it even worse. No houses or roads nearby, and the time showed just after midnight. When the video was reposted, thousands of comments appeared. Some said it was a real zombie. Others insisted that no animal moves like that. Many admitted that watching the video at night made their hearts drop. The grainy black and white footage, the total silence, and the way the creature slowly lifted its head and looked at the camera made many people feel like it knew it was being watched. To this day, no one can explain whether it was an injured person, someone lost, or something else. What we do know is that this video became one of the scariest zombie recordings ever posted online. Then came the case in Pennsylvania, recorded in the early hours of the morning on October 18, 2025. A Ring camera recorded a man standing motionless in front of a house door. His skin was grayish, his eyes empty, his head tilted, as if he no longer aware of anything around him. He didn't knock. He didn't ask for help. He just stared directly into the lens in complete silence. When the video spread, Residents in the area reported that they had also seen the same man wandering throughout the night, moving slowly and not reacting when anyone called out to him. Was it just a bad joke, or did someone really see a walking corpse at their own door? Some videos give the feeling that the person filming knew exactly what was about to happen, but kept recording anyway. In this case, a man who looked infected, as in a zombie-like state, tried to break into a house. He threw himself against the door with a strange strength, as if there was no trace of reason left in him. After several seconds of trying to get inside, his body simply lost all its energy. He collapsed to the ground as if life had been drained from him in a single instant. No one knows what led him to that state, but his movements before falling were exactly like the descriptions of infected people you only see in movies. Another incident happened in broad daylight, in one of the busiest places in the region. That afternoon at the BGC market in the Philippines, everything looked completely normal. Customers walking, trucks making deliveries, a security guard standing near the gate. But in the blink of an eye, routine turned into chaos, a chaos that millions of people would find hard to believe. When the back door of a delivery truck opened, a man burst out from inside, fell to the ground, and then got up in a twisted, broken way, his head shaking violently. Before anyone could react, he charged straight at the security guard, scratching and attacking like a zombie that had just escaped from a cage. People screamed and ran.
In the early hours of a fog-covered morning in London, a scene straight out of a nightmare was captured by a police helicopter patrolling the Thames corridor. The black and white aerial footage shows a small car stopped at a deserted intersection, its headlights cutting weakly through the mist. Within seconds, shadowy figures began emerging from alleyways and side streets, moving with an unnatural, synchronized urgency. One by one, then in waves, they rushed toward the vehicle, surrounding it completely like a living wall. The coordinated swarm, the way they moved without fear or hesitation, stunned viewers when the footage leaked online, leaving thousands to ask the same terrifying question: whatever happened to those people inside the car? Did anyone make it out alive?
If you enjoyed this scary story, leave your like because it really helps the video reach more people. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next mystery.